Okay.
All right. The other wisp that was untying said rope sees that his quarry is now on top of the rope and stops what he's doing. And, oops, I'm on the wrong thing. Stops what he's doing, looks at Keen, and he basically moves towards you and tries to swipe at you with his ghostly-like arm.
Okay.
So, oh god, don't roll a d100, Squee.
Yeah, don't do that,
crazy.
please.
That'd be silly. All right, so he swipes at you with surprising speed with his ghost-like arm.
That hits.
Okay, that is 15 points of damage. As it's like a negative, what is it? A spiritual type of damage. You don't see any physical wounds open up on you, but as his arm passes through you, you feel pain.
Hmm.
And he hisses at you as he does it. All right, it's the rat's apostrophe S turn. It's going to strike at Finn. Finn!
Oh my god.
It misses you. That's Rat's turn. Rat's turn's over. Jarek!
Man, this rat sucks.
Jarek looks like back down this avenue with a what the hell expression on his face at Finn, fully expecting the reason why she was rubbing up against his body was so that not only would he go back down here, but then she would go back down here.
She's in hero mode, bitch.
Jarek, thoroughly incensed by these events. So, cast his fucking inspiring spell and then fucking go back out there. And look expectantly at both Baby Junior and Finn. And it is turn.
Alright. Escalation, I would say, goes up to 6.
Yes.
Yes, it does go up to 6. You have succeeded to gain some sort of advantage here. Finn, your turn.
Finn gives Jerick a look like, what the hell are you doing? But she goes to attack the last standing rat.
That's a hit.
That's not factoring in the extra +4 damage.
No, it's 35.
Okay,
So, or the other, yeah, I was gonna say, or the other natural odd hit.
Yeah. Baby Junior gives a sly smile. She's learning too much from Finn.
Man, this Finn Jarek combo is just so powerful.
Jarek looks at Finn and says, "See, I knew you'd have that."
She kind of gives him a sheepish look. And then Baby Junior
Cole.
gonna
Oh, sorry.
whoa, Baby Junior gave the sly smile, but
I'm sorry.
how dare you? Baby Junior is going to
Sorry.
climb on top of this dead rat and pee on it.
You also have a move action with Finn, as well as a quick action.
Baby Junior, not in the eye.
How heavy is Jarek?
Well, Jarek weighs 175 pounds.
Oh god, and Finn's like 5 foot. Like,
He's probably
65
also a little heavier with the zombie form, so... But that's how he weighs normally.
You'll see Finn turn around, put her arms around your waist, and try to lift you up. And then...
It's not like Jarek resists, so like Jarek has... And so he's looking at Finn and says, "What are you doing? Go on."
I'm trying to save you. She says, but like looks dejected.
Jarek like wiggles like his fingers. Use your elven magic. Get up there.
I can't bring you with me though.
You don't have to.
Finn will stay where she is, and I'll end my turn.
Alright. Cole, it's your turn.
Freaking Cole is just having enough of this goddamn slippery roll with a freaking constant roar throughout this entire turn. He runs over to this particular rat, grabs it with both of his hands, and swings it against this particular wall. Right here.
His terrain stun is activated to fuck your wall.
Fuck your wall, GM. Fuck your...
Okay, so out of curiosity, what does Operation Fuck Your Wall intend to do?
Have a giant furry body instead of a slippery ass wall to climb up.
Got it. That is certainly something you can succeed at. You fling the body against the wall, and not only like do you do that, but you do it in such a way that the way it lands is almost as if it was like basically it hits the wall stomach first, to where it almost looks like it's resting on its back legs against the wall with its head looking upwards. So it reaches a good 15 feet up the wall at the tip of its snout.
And since I'm going to be using the terrain stuff for this, he's going to take a standard action to pierce this thing down so the wisp don't fuck with it.
That was a concern of mine. Like.
Wow.
You know what? A second one is going to be hurling at it as well. Because I'm going to be using my encounter thing.
I'm a fucking engineer. This is my rap way. I hate you.
Good lord. All right, you fling 2 javelins at it that pierce its flesh, holding it in place.
See this? You need to make things that are more accessible for people with disabilities. This is a violation of code.
No, never mind. Fine, I'll fix it for you.
You know what? Fuck it. Never say I didn't try to help anyone.
There is now a rat ramp. All right. Keen. It's your turn.
Okay. My breath does not recharge. Okay. I have my bow out. He is right next to me. Let's just shoot him in the head.
Okay.
Where is it? Blind bow. Yeah. So the attack is going to be plus 10. And it's going to be plus 4. That's going to be 36 versus AC.
That is a hit. It's going to be half damage because it's not. It's a range attack, not over 16. So, let's see. What is it? Is that half of 37?
18.5.
I'll round up. We'll say 19.
19 damage. Boom.
All right. And again, you notice that your arrow was straight and true and aimed perfectly, but it moves in really weird ways that make it almost look like what you thought was a sure shot with your arrow. By the time the arrow kind of got there, from the time it left the bow to the time it hit the target, it just wasn't quite where you thought it was.
That's fine. I would like to try a disengage.
Okay.
D20. Does that thing that you casted on Finn and I apply to checks as well, or no?
No, it goes to attacks, damage rolls, and save rolls.
Saves. Gotcha.
But not skill checks.
Boom. 13. So I disengage.
Okay.
I'm going to move to here. I'm going to use my quick action to put my bow away. I'm now unarmed.
Got it.
Embracing your inner piercing. Hey, I like this design choice.
All right. Okay. So, Wisp's turn. This Wisp, seeing that he is no longer the target of Keen's aggression, apparently, is going to say some words. And 2 rats come back to life. Not the one pinned to the wall, because it's not dumb. I was going to say that there was a chance it would resurrect 3, and in which case, I guess It would resurrect the one pinned to the wall.
Wait, what about the one baby Junior's peeing on?
It is now moving.
Oh god.
So that's that one, and then the one that Keen is charging is going to try and disengage. It fails.
Don't know whether would have to disengage. Keen normally wouldn't really threaten with his hands.
That's true.
You haven't seen Keen's jazz hands.
That's true. You do have well, do you even have an unarmed attack?
Well,
for
unarmed
stats?
attacks do
Everybody
exist
has
for
an
non-monks,
Right.
but if you
Yeah, it's
whatever you
true.
want. Like,
I will have a very good unarmed attack when I get back to my when it gets back to my turn and I have a quick action.
Okay. Well, it's not your turn yet. So okay, yeah, he'll move away, and he will.
Can I attack him?
You can try and do an unarmed attack, sure.
Okay. Plus
let's see here.
4, so that's plus 19.
But hang on.
23?
Hang on, we gotta look and see what unarmed attacks are. Punching or kicking an enemy without a weapon isn't ideal for most PCs. Use the following rules for this worst case situation. You make a strength attack with a -2 penalty regardless of your class against AC. If you hit, you deal 1d6 damage for every 2 levels you have.
Which would
Plus-
be 3d6 for us, plus your strength modifier, so it would be double
Mhm.
that.
So it wouldn't be a plus 19.
At odd levels, use a d3.
Oh,
So then
I
you
see.
get 21.
So it's
It'd be 3d6 plus 1d3 plus
Yeah.
strength mod damage, and yes, it would be a 21 attack.
Right.
Yeah, versus
That
AC.
is not a hit.
Okay.
All right. So it backs away, taking that attack of opportunity, and that is that. That is its turn. Rat's turns.
Jarek is currently being embraced the waist by Finn. Looks over to his left and right, and flails his magics around basically to have the rats attack him. I am the King Lord of Dead.
All right. One rat is going to snap at the dog that is peeing in its eye.
Mhm.
Versus Baby Junior.
I'm glad the dead rat cares.
Let's see.
I don't think that's a hit at all.
I don't think so either, but let me
No.
double check here. Baby Junior's character sheet, please. No, that does not hit.
So here's what happens. It moves its head to bite said dog or wolf, and the act of doing so moves the wolf out of the way. All right, and the rat attacks flailing Jarek.
Okay.
19
misses.
versus. All right. Well, that's their turn. Jarek, it is your turn again.
Jarek looks very seriously at Finn, and as a move and quick action says, Finn, I love you. If you don't get right up there and kill those wisps so these rats stop coming back, I'm going to kiss you in this form. Zombie form, Jarek says. As a standard action, he is going to provoke attacks of opportunity from both rats as he casts a spell.
All right. So rat number 1, rat number 2.
Those both miss.
All right.
Glad I have all these temporary hit points for these misses. He will inspire Finn. Well, really anyone, but Finn is the one who goes next, and he will end his turn.
All right. Finn, speaking of.
Finn looks startled. Let's go. Her face is bright red, and she kind of frantically looks around, and
You're a high elf. Teleport up there.
and does what he says.
All right. I will say that because you have to teleport somewhere you can see, you can teleport pretty much anywhere, like along the edge here.
Okay, she will do that.
But since that, what does that count as? A standard action? A movement action?
It's a move action.
Move action. So, okay. So you can still have your standard and quick.
Okay, so she will go up here then. And
You see a wisp. Okay, you see this wisp looks rather injured. This wisp, not so much.
she she just looks panicked at this point. So she'll take another action to run up to this guy.
Okay.
And then, I guess that's it. I can't attack, right?
No.
Wait,
But BJ can attack.
You can just so you know, you can use your quick action if you need to draw out your daggers, your bow, or your special daggers, or something like that. Because you
Okay.
still do have a quick action left.
That's right. Does Finn want to turn into a wisp?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
As she like remembers that, looking over at the one that's like hobbling away in wisp form.
Actually, no. The one you ran towards is the one that. Oh no,
Oh,
never
that-
mind.
that
No,
one?
you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. I thought it was
My
that one.
mistake.
Okay. She just looks frantic and she has her dagger still in her hand.
I will say for your character, because your character uses daggers, your
Yeah.
special daggers count as the same weapon class as your normal daggers. The only difference is they aren't magical. Well, they are magical, but so they give you the plus to hit, but they don't give you your magical ability.
Can I use them to attack, or can I only do it?
Oh
once
yeah, I mean
attack?
yeah, it's basically two daggers tied together with a rope. They're other than the fact of their enchantment, they are daggers.
Oh,
Judging
cool,
by-
then
judging by
I'll-
the sound of their enchantment, they sound like epic tier magic items because of their effect, Squee.
Correct, sir.
Then in that case, they would give you a +3 to attack and +3 to damage if you use them, Kriana. They just don't have the extra damage effect the first time you use them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then Finn will quick switch out to the freaky dagger.
The freaky daggers.
The freaky dagger.
You will notice that there is like a 4-foot rope attaching the two hilts together.
Cool. That doesn't bother her. She's short and has short arms.
Oh yeah. Okay, Cole.
Wait, whoa.
what can I say?
Baby Junior still has a
Oh
turn.
my God, that's twice now. I'm so sorry,
How
Baby
dare you?
Junior.
Baby Junior made this great entrance, and you're just gonna ignore it.
Baby
Um,
Junior howls at the gods.
Baby Junior glances over at Jarek, and if Jarek's looking, you could swear she's wiggling her eyebrows. And then she will attack the rat she's on.
That is a miss.
Damn it. Okay, that is my turn.
Jarek
Okay.
snorts derisively.
My apologies, Cole. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Can he see this guy? Oh, I don't want my ping go off. This guy.
No.
All right.
You're right up against the wall. You can't see much of anything up there.
He's going to basically try to charge up to this particular dude.
Just
if that's
time to
possible.
run up the aggro crag.
I will say that it's going to be incredible, much easier. There will be a skill check involved. However, if you succeed the skill check, you will make it all the way to the top, and it's the same as your climb skill check, but you only have to get a 15. No, sorry, it'd be your dexterity, not your strength.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I'll leave that one up to you, because I suppose you could use strength to get up this thing.
I'm going to say dexterity is definitely for balance, but this is a big furry body, and he's just against slipping at this particular point. So he's actually just kind of gripping and pulling himself up.
Yeah, got
So
it.
that's
Okay.
going to be using his strength.
Anti-slipping.
So just pass a skill check of 15. Okay, you do so. You guys see Cole, or at least Jarek, I guess, and Baby Junior see Cole using the fur as if they are giant handholds shoot up the back of the rat and up the cliff wall.
That's such a great image. Just shimmying up.
Depending on how many actions that used, I either end my turn or do something.
Hang on, you were over here, right? You were right here?
I was right about here.
Yeah,
It was next to the
so...
wall.
No, that would be a move action.
Alright. So, he was generally focused on that guy, and he is having enough of the shenanigans. He's actually going to pull his entire freaking tooth quiver around and try to smack this dude with a melee action with his giant tooth. Let's see. This is medium, so it'd be this die class.
Cog, make me a tooth quiver.
30 to AC.
That is a hit.
43 damage.
Okay, that is full damage. And you notice, Cole, as you go to strike this thing, the same thing kind of what Keen experiences. As you begin your attack, it seems like it kind of shimmers and moves to where it wasn't quite where you thought it was. But you are able, since you are still in control, holding this tooth, guiding this tooth with your actions and muscles, you're able to kind of account for this and still hit it full on for 43 points of damage.
And that'll end Cole's turn.
All right.
Slightly frothing at the mouth at this point.
It is staggered. Actually, yeah, it's staggered. Barely.
So it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
All right. I do not have my breath weapon. All right. You know what? It would be kind of a waste if I were to just use that spell right now. Let's just take out my bow again and try and shoot him down.
Because God forbid anyone be allowed to turn into Wisburn.
All right.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry.
That's not good enough, but okay.
Is anybody going to be able to cross the river in order to get to this one?
It's not a very deep river. You can see the bottom.
Okay.
Believe in
I
yourself.
personally would rather be an imp. So I'm gonna go
Those, I mean, we might be able to fetch one of those low-level monsters for Pencil instead of done.
Hey, you do what your character would do.
It'd be kind of fun to be an imp.
So that is
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna agree with Burn on this.
20.
I'm gunning for a toad myself.
Those giant weird toad things.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Oh man, the damage is going to be +4. So half damage, that's going to be 22 damage.
All right. That is just enough to kill it.
Sweet.
So even though it didn't quite connect, it connected enough to land a killing blow.
Okay. Then I will engage this one. So now it's triple engaged. Haha.
Ta-da!
Your ass is mine.
That's my turn.
It's not really time for this, Kriana.
That wisp butt.
Trying to
Oh,
kill
no.
it, not...
It's the Wisp's turn.
That's
Do you remember
right.
when I
He's now
stabbed that
mine.
kobold? That right? Is
Jarek
that
has
mine?
a free action will call out, I don't think your rats are really helping you down here.
It's true.
All right. It is the Wisp's turn. The Wisp... The Wisp thinks this is no bueno. He is going to try and disengage at a -2. And fails horribly. He's going to try and get out of here anyway because this is death. He's staring death in the face.
Kriana, would you
It's
want to
mild.
attack first, or shall I?
I want to do this. This
All
is my
right.
moment. So he's gonna try and get away.
Yes, so it's going to be a basic attack.
Okay.
I will tell you guys that he is just barely staggered.
Okay.
Oh.
If you want to
Okay.
become a wisp, You may want to allow myself or Keen to attack
Please.
first.
Well,
By all
that
means.
won't work because if any of you
What?
get an odd, that triggers the 65 extra damage.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I could. I mean, he's just barely staggered.
Yes.
They also don't have that many hit points. I think you can
This-
take it down.
This is my moment. This is my moment to shine, you guys. I think I can
Yeah.
really do this. I think if I believe and really, I mean, really believe.
Well, that doesn't trigger the bonus damage, but there is still a +4 that.
So
38.
38
38.
You strike
You do
it,
get
and
to
you hit it
attack
good.
again.
No, you don't. Not an attack of opportunity.
Oh. Then her die class is actually 78.
Yeah, so you need
Wrong
to.
one.
I think
no.
you're gonna have to re-roll. Yeah.
I made a boo boo. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
You don't usually do attacks of opportunity, so I don't expect you to remember it all.
Sweet, I'm
so-
such a dumb.
What?
I'm dumb. I'm so
No.
sorry.
Just-
I'm just
So-
I'm doing math really quickly.
Yeah.
So that was the 8,
Yeah.
78.
7.
+8, +2, +2.
Well, it should be for the magic item.
Oh,
It should be a +3
right.
now.
Right, +3, not +2.
So wait, +3?
So
Seven?
+8, +3, +2,
+4.
+4.
+4.
Oh my god, I can't do this much faster. Okay.
Okay,
It's
okay.
about 16. That's 16, right, guys? Janitors, please.
This there you go.
Okay. It's supposed to actually be 61, but sure.
Yes, it should be 61.
After all of that, you were still wrong.
I failed math, I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter because
Nothing really
as it tries to
matters.
float away and Finn hits it with the dagger,
Right in the butt.
it seems to stop in motion as the dagger pierces it. And then it starts to convulse violently. And it just hangs there, convulsing violently.
Jarek helpfully calls up. You're going to have to stab yourself with the other one. Pick a convenient spot like the shoulder.
Finn will then bring it up, the dagger, and stab her shoulder.
All right. You pierce your shoulder with the dagger, and you notice that when you do so, you feel an icy cold sensation, almost as if someone had stabbed you with an icicle.
Ah!
You don't feel any pain of the stabbing. You just feel the sensation of cold shock.
Don't tell me what my pain is. No, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm saying you don't feel the sensation of a stabbing. You just feel the cold shock. You also notice that no blood drips from the wound. It's almost as if your skin simply parts due to the dagger. And this coldness begins to radiate throughout your entire body. And you get an instinctual thought or desire to snap off the edge of the dagger by twisting.
She will follow that desire.
You find that the tip of the dagger very easily snaps off and remains within your shoulder. And as you remove the dagger, the cold sensation travels throughout the entire rest of your body, where it then gently fades into where you don't feel the cold sensation anymore. As that happens, the wisp in front of you falls to the floor, nothing but a pile of dust. You don't feel or look any different to yourself. Keen and Cole, however, now see a wisp with a muddled outline or muddled image of a fin inside of it.
Did it work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. Good
Oh.
job.
The other rats fall to the floor.
Ah, baby Junior, no! Barf,
Whoopsie daisy.
Never again will I have to forget, baby. No.
Your connection with Baby Junior has been severed.
I just clicked on the rat.
130
Alright.
temporary hit points. Wasn't touched.
So we can step out of combat for now.
Recharge gauntlets. Yay.
Wow, you get to use them again.
How tall? What's the height difference between Baby Junior on top of this rat to the top of the thing?
About 15 feet.
She'll scratch on the rock, looking up and whimpering a bit.
Cole will look down and actually lay down, extending a fairly lengthy arm down to Baby Junior.
Baby Junior will reach up with her paw. It's almost like the background fades to pink, and there's you see little blushy marks on Baby Junior.
Cole Senpai.
Cole Senpai noticed me. No, Baby Junior will reach up, trying to paw at his hand.
You're gonna have to jump, Baby Junior.
She will take a little step back, bolt up the rat's head, and jump up as high as she can go.
Cole will try to take his arm, positioning underneath Baby Junior, and try to basically catapult her up to the top.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll for that or anything. That's fairly...
As the zombie framework fades away from Jarek's skin, he calls up, "I'm going to go fetch Sky. Hopefully she hasn't died. I'll be back in a minute."
I totally forgot about Sky.
The
Finn will look at the
necromancer
others.
will spin and begin stalking down the hallway back to the roaring fire.
You notice, Jarek, that the fire has actually increased in size and noise to where it is making the noise of a roaring bonfire.
Oh God, she might
Jarek
be dead.
reflects on his handiwork. And yes, for like a second, like, maybe Sky's... Nah, she'll probably be fine. Jarek, without a care in the world. Like, walks south. Sky!
You hear a call down the corridor. Jarek?
Hello, Sky.
What's happening? You guys have been gone for a long time. Did they come into the room yet?
Jarek, will... Actually, he will give a friendly smile, which might be the most terrifying thing he's ever done to Sky since the prologue, and, like, extend, like, a hand and say, "Yes, Sky, everything has gone well. We've advanced now. Please, follow me."
She begins to follow Jarek.
Jarek, will spin and say, "Oh, and, Finn managed to, stab one of the Wisps with a special dagger, just so you know in advance."
Wait, what? So you guys fought a wisp?
We fought to.
Why didn't you tell me? I've been standing there the whole time hearing nothing but some giant fire roaring.
Jarek, like, looks back and says, "You said you were going to handle your own thing, and figured maybe you would hear the sounds of combat. Don't know. Figured you knew what you were doing."
Well, I was going to, but if you were facing two, and then she turns the corner and sees 3 giant dead rats and goes,
Jarek,
"How
like,
did
looks
I
back.
miss this?"
He says, "Well, I wasn't touched, so..." He shrugs. "Wasn't a problem. They did come back multiple times, but they're all dead."
You see, like, there's silence, and then a few seconds later again, "How did I miss this?"
Jarek then, like, gestures. "See, Cole even built a beautiful little rampway. Well, maybe little, maybe not beautiful, but it's a rampway all the same. Listen, could you fly me up there? I really can't do this whole climbing thing. It'll make up for the fact that you missed it, and we can proceed."
Sky, her cheeks are very red, though it's hard to tell if it's blushing or anger, and she gives Jarek a look.
Jarek is actually being benign and friendly, and he says, "Now, You did plenty of useful things. Just, you've saved your strength. We undoubtedly have a greater fight ahead of us. Just please help me up with you.
This guy says, great. Now you're trying to console me. That really does mean I didn't do well. And then she'll grab Jarek and spread her wings. And she starts muttering to herself, if Jarek has to console me. And then she flies you both up there.
Jarek gives a hurt look.
So, guys, Finn starts moving back and forth. What does it look like when I do this? Does it look weird? Does it look
The
all...
wisps of dark shadows seem to flicker back and forth.
Yeah, isn't that weird? I can't see it, but it sounds really cool. Like, with Pearson and all. Like, yeah. Right. We should get moving. We should
Yeah,
go.
we should. Yeah. Can we say that Pearson tags along?
We can say that Pearson
Okay.
tags along.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's head out. Who wants to
Okay.
go first? Should I go first?
Sounds like you volunteered. Let's do it.
Okay. Do we want to be seen or no?
I don't think it matters at this point. I figure whoever, like the Lord or whatever, who might be down here, along with the Wisps, who apparently backtracked, people probably heard by now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then I'll cast Dancing Lights. I'm now a light source again.
Okay. Alright, well, you are a light source again. You see down the hallway, you see two torches, not too far down. In fact, I'm sure you can probably see them.
Yeah.
They're about 60 feet away.
Oh, hey, there's a staircase.
What?
There was another way in here.
What?
Son of a bitch!
Kidding me?
Hey, maybe.
Yeah,
Look,
let's-
Pearson couldn't go seeing all the way up here.
Yeah, it's not that important.
Pearson says something Pearson-like.
Oh, hey, there's a bunch of doors.
He's like a Pokemon.
Jarek will cut his eyes to Wisp Finn.
Finn is making a point not to look at you.
Jarek is smiling. He's contemplating whether Wisp Finn is an improvement over normal Finn. Because he likes the undead look.
You see two doors, and you see lots of light coming from underneath it, and you hear on the other side, you hear a deep, smooth voice chanting something in a language you have not heard before.
I thought you were about to say smooth jazz.
Oh, yeah. Deep, smooth jazz.
Burgerator needs to burb low.
So, yeah, chanting, jazz, not a big difference there.
He's what is that jazz thing where it's like
Using my familiarity with magic squee, can I make out the intent behind the chanting, or attempt to discern whether there's any magical implications behind it? I mean, it could be religious oriented, but Jarek doesn't care about that.
Sure.
Just rolling lines of magic.
Make a roll.
I mean, I guess I could make a roll. I'll just roll a 1d1000 plus all my modifiers.
that's my hit points.
Well,
It's like, you only rolled 928. Gosh.
son of a bitch.
Need that 9. Jarek, your character is quite confident that this is a recipe for some sort of dish. A magical dish.
I would rather than
No,
just say
I
that
know.
Jarek
You
has
have
no
no
fucking
idea.
clue.
I'm not going to tell your character he's confident in something. Yeah.
Jarek, I will say, is too distracted by Finn and his thoughts therein, rather than actually paying attention to magic or chanting. His eyes keep cutting over to her. She pointedly ignores him.
She's like, look at this door.
Sky will actually look
I'm
to
sorry
Jarek
about that.
and whisper, "Do you know what's going on? Can you hear that?"
Jarek says,
Yes.
Yes, but I can't really determine what it means. I don't really. I mean, it sounds like unintelligible as far as Jarek's concerned, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it. You?
She shakes her head. No.
Could I try a skill check?
For what?
To try and feel the magic in the air. see what kind of, magic
If-
it is. What
If
it's
there
doing.
is anything, I mean, it might not be anything.
I don't know.
It could
I
be
wanna
religious
see if I
chanting.
can.
I try to feel the magic in the air. Roll a 20. There is no magic in the
I
air.
actually have a background for this.
Okay, remind me, what's the background you have?
You're a dragon, Keen.
Yes. And how I need
Literally a
more
background.
description than that. How does this background help you?
It is a magic-based background. Usually, I would use it for if I needed to feel out the magic in the air. That kind of stuff.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't the intent, but I'm willing to let you use part of it.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
quite
it-
sure.
Here. Let me.
Yeah.
It was created because of. I need to scroll up to the actual wizard or not.
Right.
source
Here's what I'm looking for, and here's why I'm asking. There is a difference between being able to cast magic and being able to sense magic. Those are two different
Yeah,
skills.
this would be just sensing. Because
Oh.
he's not very proficient in actually casting. That's why all of his spells, apart from his actual breath, are either deal with transforming or imbuing his weapons with lightning energy.
What does your I'm fine with you using part of your background, but just so for the future, what does your background say?
Let me actually pull it up. It was one that we talked about because I wanted to take the talent. There it is. Arcane Heritage Archmage. You gain a +2 bonus to a background that involves or suggests magical knowledge or talent.
Right. So here's my question. I was under the impression as a GM that the background was what was the background that you gained when learning to cast these spells. We never discussed you learning how to sense magic. I will.
I thought that was a part of it.
Like I said, they're
Because
two.
I did spend like almost the entire 6 months
Mhm.
training with Celine.
Right. I'm going. So that's why. Here's what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm fine using half of it. I was trying to determine if it would be something you could use all of it for. I
Yeah,
would
I'm
give
fine
you
with that.
half the bonus. So +1, I think. Which your
Yeah.
background's a 2, right?
It's a 3.
A 3. Okay. 2 then.
Okay.
I like
And
to
it would
round
be
up.
int check.
Yes. Yes.
9 plus 2. Oh, it's equals 2. Plus 2. Derp.
Wow, that's even better. Wait.
It would have been a
Yes.
24.
Yes. Okay. Yes. It's fine. Either way, you can definitely sense very powerful magic working in that room.
Okay.
I'll even say you 20. It feels like some sort of ritual is being cast in there.
Okay. Then that is what I'll say. It seems like there's a ritual being cast there. I don't know exactly what it does.
Jared gives a dubious, doubtful, and suspicious look simultaneously at Keen.
What?
Jarek, like, rolls his eyes up to the ceiling and says, I mean, I suppose it could be. Not entirely familiar with deep magics.
Hey. First off, I'm a dragon.
Look, is the door magical or trapped in any way? Otherwise, I'll just blow through it.
I was about to say, as they're talking, Finn puts her hand on the door.
I don't know. Let's check. Keen's gonna try and kick the door open.
Instead of allowing Finn to do anything, God forbid.
Okay, if you want to.
No, I
you
like
can
the
do
idea
that.
of Finn, like, delicately, like, putting her hand on the door, like, oh, maybe it's dangerous. And then Keen just is like, whatever, kicks it open.
Or
That's
attempts to
what I was
kick
going
it
for.
open, and then the powerful trap.
It's funny you say that.
Uh-oh.
Yay.
You kick the door open.
Mm-hmm.
As you do so, a powerful burst of flame erupts around you, Finn, and Baby Junior.
Uh-oh.
In
Fantastic.
give me a second. A shape much like this. Just that area just becomes engulfed in flame. This is going to be versus your physical defense.
If you drew something, we cannot see it.
Oh.
Perhaps it's on the special layer.
It is on the special layer.
Hmm.
Give me a second.
Oh.
You have hurt Finn. That's it. I've sworn vendetta against you.
I've drawn the circle so big that you're all gonna have to zoom out a lot.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
I see.
Oh wow,
Also,
that's
sweet.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you agreed to before.
Let's
That was
see here.
the description.
Ooh. Okay. Sensing. Okay. So I did agree to that. So from now on, we can use your full magic for that. I just didn't remember what we had discussed.
Yeah.
All right. That is absolutely fine. I will. Actually, I'm going to copy paste this somewhere.
Okay.
And yeah, from now on, you will be able to use this to sense magic as well.
Sweet.
Okay.
All for one.
Right. But that aside, this is versus your physical defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
24 for Finn,
Ah.
13 for Baby Junior. I'm sorry.
Out of curiosity, seeing as how like Jarek's like maybe like the door's trap got a check, could I attempt a magical background check? And this is only for Finn to try and divert the magical trap from affecting her to Jarek, so that he would take the damage instead, not trying to dispel it or counter it, but trying to like reroute the damage, since Jarek is familiar with magic.
That is true. I'm trying to see though. I'm trying to think.
Like trying to use a pseudo shield spell to divert the
Well,
flames around.
It'd be more along the lines like he has channeled plenty of magic for rituals before he did it just like down here, and he had some cause to believe that there was a trap, and then seeing Keen's muscles immediately tense, like the stupid twat's gonna kick the door. So like he deserves to burn, but he's very defensive about Finn and would try and like eat the flame himself.
I understand. I'm trying to figure out, and you can definitely make a case for this. I'm not unconvinced. I'm wondering, would this be any different than, say, someone getting hit with a fireball and you trying to redirect that damage to yourself, which is something I don't think you can do.
No, I do think there is difference for that, if only because this isn't the tenseness of a combat situation. If only so because of the fact that there was a great deal build up, that there was suspicion that this thing would be trapped, and that Jarek would be able to prepare himself some time in advance for seconds, like, okay, maybe I can try it this way. If it comes from like a person, from like an actual fireball spell, I think that would be different, if only because there'd be no time for preparing, and it is like a door thing.
All right, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say yes. It'll probably be a pretty difficult check because this is a very advanced thing that you would be doing.
Sure.
Not your common sorcerer could do this. I'm even going to say this. Now that I mean, thinking about it, if I let this go, I as a GM have to say, if you were in a situation where someone were to fire a fireball at someone and you had reason to expect it was coming, and it's a similar situation, you could use this in those kind of situations.
Right. It's also, I'm not trying to like dispel or
Right.
counter the
You're
spell.
trying
It's
to
really
counter
like, like Jarek's trying to eat the damage himself.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is, I'm saying that I am convinced enough that if you could do it here, which I think you could, there would also be other circumstances you should be able to try this as well if they ever arise. I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it would be a difficult roll. So it'd probably be a 25 that you'd have to get.
That is, I certainly understand that easily. That is a 28.
Okay. So Finn, this hits your physical defense, I assume, the 24.
Yes.
Okay.
Jarek, who's like tense, like his muscles in preparation, like immediately like pulls the fire, like his hands tense, like sticking out the staff, to yank it towards him.
Got it. It is 50 points of fire damage.
Okay, Jarek is reduced to staggered.
And Baby Junior also takes 50 points of fire damage.
Whoa,
and
wait. What did Baby Junior's 13?
Yep. Physical defense is that. Oh, is that her physical defense is higher than that?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. Then she takes half damage. She takes 25.
Okay.
And,
I don't know why I sound so surprised.
And I cut in for the attack roll that was going to be directed towards Keen.
Right. Right. So Keen, this is versus your physical defense. 16.
Does nothing, so I take 25 damage.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know why I was so surprised that Baby Junior's physical defense was so high. I guess she doesn't act tough.
Even my physical defense is higher than 13.
All right, so
Mark.
Jarek, you take 50. Everyone else except for Finn takes 25.
Jarek is pretty much like blown against the wall, like his robe singed, his like goatee like scorched.
And you hear an audible whoops.
What? What the hell was that?
Apparently it was a trap. My bad.
Are you okay? Finn hasn't noticed Jarek. Are you okay, Keen?
Jarek's eyes
I'm
are like
fine.
burning with rage and magical fire.
As the flame around you dissipates and the air stops shimmering from the heat, you can see in the room all of this. So
Oh.
let me describe what you see before you. Actually, give me a second while I do that. You see what looks like a magical circle of brilliant orange light surrounding the three things in the middle, which look vaguely, since you haven't encountered them before, vaguely like trolls. But these look different. They look changed. These look like trolls that are
Oh god. Oh god.
demon-esque like. So, oh, hang on, let me move this to the back.
Oh god.
That's the ring. That's the magical ring.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong, Cole?
Nothing.
Oh, all right. These look like trolls, but they look bigger and nastier. They have bones poking out of them. They have reddish skin instead of greenish skin. They look like they've been transformed into a demon-esque type being. You see two toads on either side, toad demons on either side. Behind that, you see two regular demon mages that you're used to seeing, a wisp, and a rather large fellow who is well-dressed and looks for all intents and purposes like a blue-skinned elf, except that he is over 10 feet tall. And he is sitting on what looks like a stone throne, and he has his eyes closed in concentration. And he has a look of annoyance on his face. And you hear from him, with his eyes still closed, "Whoever you are, a moment, I'm busy."
Wow, the sass.
Jarek can't even see in the room. He's too busy like trying to like disperse like the fucking fire that is eating away at his body.
Finn will back up and kind of glance at Keen, like, should we go in? What should we do?
Well, this is not in combat, right?
This is not in combat unless it's not in combat yet.
I'm gonna use a recovery.
Cole is going to take off his oddly silly-looking hat, pull out a pitcher of water, and pour it over Jarek.
Okay, first I'm gonna have to say, Keen, the idea of using a recovery out of combat is that you have a chance to sit down and rest. You are welcome to sit down and rest at this moment. Not sure if that's what you were thinking.
I mean, like the only justification you can make is like using your rally.
Yeah.
Which, like, we don't have time to take. I mean, I guess we have time to take a quick rest.
You can try it and see what
Well,
happens.
he said he wanted a moment, so why don't we just back out and just take a quick break, huh? How about we do that? Like, I think everyone could use a quick break.
I mean, like, another thing that you could do as an argument for, well, which we wouldn't even be an argument, is like you drinking a healing potion. I'm sure you have a number of those.
Can Finn just go and close the doors? Just give him a moment.
Yeah, I'll drink a healing potion.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we're not ready yet.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. We'll come back later. We're sorry to bother you.
A staggered and damp Jarek looks up at Cole and says, "That was not helpful."
Okay.
I thought water would douse the fire. If I was wrong, I am sorely sorry.
It was a magical fire.
This came
Activated
from a
part
hat.
You have a potion instead, Cole. I don't really have time to put my body back together.
Cole will rummage through his pockets and pull out. It looks like basic journeyman's health potions.
Okay. I do have adventure tier potions that I've owned since session 1, but those have a hit point cap of 30, and I'm missing a bit more than 30.
That's that's all Cole has.
Okay. A journeyman's? What is a journeyman?
whatever the first level is.
All right, I can. Jarek will actually. You know what? He has had these in session 1. I can drink that. Witness my power. Witness it. Bam! I still didn't hit the 30 hit point cap. That's amazing.
Wow.
I'll drink the other one. Witness my greatness. I am at full health now. Two healing potions later.
Witness my greatness. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't it. Hang on. Now,
Yes.
witness my greatness.
That is the greatness of my 7d6 recovery.
All right. So it takes a few seconds for you guys to quaff potions. Finn, what are you doing at this time?
Finn is reaching over and saying, "I'm sorry, we'll come back later," and closes the door.
Jarek flicks. What's in there?
I don't. Jarek, what the hell happened to you? Finn now notices he's like drenched and like slightly singed.
Jarek says, "You were about to be burned. I diverted the fire towards me." He gives an accusatory glare at Keen. "Whenever I said the door might be trapped, the idea was not for you to kick it."
My bad.
Yeah. So what's in there?
Gav, for one.
Are we sure it's him?
Also,
He was the big blue guy, and he said
yeah,
he
a
needed
big
a
blue
moment.
elf. Needed
But
a
there was
moment.
a lot of- Yeah, there was.
Jarek immediately looks towards Sky.
Sky says, that sounds like Gov.
Yeah, 10 feet tall.
That's
Also-
definitely Gov.
Yeah. Also had a few trolls that were looks to be demonized, standing in a circle of flames, which is probably what the ritual is doing. There were a few toads. There were some mages. And I think there was a witch. I could be wrong.
And
But
there-
he sounded very annoyed and said that he needed a moment and we
His
should
eyes
go
were
away.
closed. I don't think he saw
He
it.
looked, yeah, he looked slightly
cast by
annoyed.
demons typically aren't good things, so unless there's any dissent, we're going to interrupt it really soon.
All right. Should I open the door again?
How about do whatever it is that you need to do to prepare?
As Jarek will, I have an epic tier potion of fire resistance that I will be drinking swig.
Okay.
I also have that. No, I'll save that. Yeah, I'll drink an epic tier potion of fire resistance.
Okay.
That's my prep work.
Okay. Whenever you guys are ready, Finn will open the door.
I'll use one of my champion tier runes on my bow. So let me roll the. What the hell's the rune one? I have so many macros. I'll just roll a 1d100. 93. Did that disappear or something? What the hell? Okay.
What?
I don't know what the rune does now, because I got rid of it. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so on weapon it rerolls one missed attack roll with this weapon.
Yes, it rerolls one miss attack roll with the weapon.
Okay.
Burn, it'll reroll one missed attack with the weapon.
Good
Okay.
job, God.
Woo!
That's what I'm here for.
I have a question. Since it's a
Mhm.
magical item, would the bonuses not stack?
The bonuses do not stack. You take the higher of the two. On Cole's quiver of javelin in using.
Okay. So you have 2 movement actions every turn.
No,
just
not
one
every
turn.
turn.
One turn.
Yes.
1 turn.
Just one
Okay.
turn. Drink this, and twice during this battle, you can take a second move action immediately after taking a move action.
So 2 turns.
Okay.
It can be taken before battle, but the effect will end after combat is resolved, even if it has not been used.